what you talking about. There's no something else with that. That's what she said. She said, say less. Say less. 'Cause you already got me, baby. Say less. Say less. Talking's only slowing us down. Say less.
I'm a gentleman, baby, and a dog with a bite. I just wanna nibble on your night. So sentimental when I step in the middle, when I do a little dance till it turns daylight. So jump, in a moment.
It's a building that's meant so much to the city of New Orleans and all of its residents over the years. And our coverage of the NFL has brought us to it, Caesars Superdome. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now a give left side. And he'll take this up to about the 34 before he stopped. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Second and 6 now. Complete out to the right side. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Assignments were tested, and they were ready for it defensively. That's an excellent stop at the line. And it's going to make this offense seriously question revisiting that call.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he takes it past midfield and starts the drive into Buccaneers territory. They get about 4 there, need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation.
Throw on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. And it's 4th down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
They'll motion him out of the backfield. He's dropping back to throw. He connects downfield on 4. And he's He's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. That'll be a 20-yard hit on 4th down, Brock, and it keeps this drive moving. Opening script working gangbusters so far. 1st and 10 now at the 29. Plowing up the middle. And the defense not caught off guard at all. They track him down after a small gain.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. Yeah, it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
That's him on the quick hitter. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's good for a New Orleans 1st down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
Offense set for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. He brings it in. And he's tackled for a short gain. Offense up to the line fast.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the Bucs 9-yard line.
The give here on 2nd. And he's brought down for a loss.
You know, when receivers have room to operate, that's a play that can totally gash a defense. But, Kate, when you get down here in the red zone, it becomes so much tougher because you have a whole lot less space. And, in fact, you'll see defenses swarm like that one just did.
They'll run it here on 3rd down. Launches, and he's got it! Touchdown! The Saints finish up an excellent opening series. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints will jump out to a 7-0 lead. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. May will throw to get us started here. Throw left side, complete. And they crush him right near the marker. It looks close, but yeah, Brock, I think he safely got that 1st down before the hit. From the gun, it's May. Has it to his back. Here's Josh Jacobs. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
You know, Kate, it is so hard on these defenses to try to keep an eye and monitor on these running backs when they leave the backfield, especially if he's waiting to chip a defender or delays in the start of his route. He's really an underrated part of their overall passing game.
And defenders are there to get him at the line. Brought down on the effort by Derwin James. Nothing gained or lost on that run, and now it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, here's May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, I know some old school coaches, maybe some former NFL quarterbacks who would have this guy running stairs after that drop, partner. Hit or no hit. That was a catch there that would have meant a 1st down.
Yeah, that's why that's old school, okay, Kate? The new school coaches and quarterbacks know how hard it is in this league with the contact. know how valuable those contested catches are. Credit the defense for making the play on that one.
They find 21 yards and get the first down. Oh, baby, what a call to go for it on 4th. Shotgun give now to Jacobs. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. May now from the gun. Taken in by Harrison. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. The Saints add a 5th defensive back here. 3rd down coming up. That's the end of our first quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. 7-0 is our score. Back to the Superdome of Caesar in just a bit. Back for the start of quarter number 2. It's Buccaneers football as we begin. This has been a good drive, but it's at risk here on 3rd down. Made a throw it. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be tackled, but still all the way down to the 6. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
Working inside the red zone. Has it at the back of the end zone, but the throw carries him out of bounds. It's incomplete.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back into rhythm.
To the air yet again, May. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And now it'll be 3rd and goal. May now. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. It's a foot race. The 50. He's at the 30. It's the 10. And he's going to go. It's a big 6. Wow, talk about aggressive coverage, Brock. To have somebody in position for pick behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this quarterback is never going to take that short pass for granted. Again, that is usually one you do in your sleep. He's just now going to be restless in his sleep thinking about it.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here comes Williams on the return. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. And this one's incomplete. Too low as it skips off the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. He's got Harrison. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. If they don't close quickly, he could take it to the house.
May on 1st and 10. Finds a man right side. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the 1st. Still sticking with the passing game. Forced out to his right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 24 on that play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play, and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on it.
He has it at the 5! And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with first and goal. To throw, here's May. Oh, no touchdown, it's intercepted. Uh-oh, it's loose. Live ball inside the end zone. And the Saints grab it.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security is a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
They'll run here on first down. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. That was Jonathan Allen on the tackle. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7. They give it to him again. And this one gets up to the 14-yard line before he's stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
They've got a man in motion. They'll throw on first. Connects on the crosser. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And that's good for a New Orleans first down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Oh, look at this. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
Well, I know this. This staff loves the athleticism and versatility he brings to the offense. That's not only as a receiver, but as someone who can take occasional carries and turn them into good yards.
2nd and 6 coming up here. From the 38. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
To the air, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. So we're at the 2-minute warning here from the Superdome. The Saints with a chance to boost their lead. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Here's a quick pass, caught outright. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Handoff on 2nd and short. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Saints are going to have a first down.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They've got first down from the 31. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Nowhere to go with it, so he just throws it away.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Trying to throw here out of the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Offense in the hurry up here.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Third and long for him here. Trying for the deep ball. And that's incomplete. He had the touchdown, but just couldn't finish off the catch, and a potential 6 points comes off the board. No luck finding his receiver that time. So that brings up 4th and long. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that one was beautifully struck. It goes right down the middle.
The wind was at his sails, Kate, and it certainly helped that football fly true and right down the middle. And from that distance, to hit with that accuracy is one impressive shot.
Here comes Williams on the return. And he gets crunched by a big hit right at the 25 to end that return. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Hits him on the out route. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. Just one play into this drive, and they're already sitting on their own 45.
1st down, Buccaneers.
To the air on 1st down, May. Harrison secures this left side. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. Timeout taken by the Buccaneers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Catch is made down the right sideline. And he gets this forward to the 19. It's a gain of 22. And that's good for a Buccaneer 1st down. From the red zone now. Has him on the quick hitter. What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Timeout taken by the offense. They're second. Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the gun, it's May. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for 2 plays here or just try the field goal right now. Operating from the gun, here's May. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Derwin James picks it. Through the defense he goes, room to burn. And he makes the half goal. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. Well, we all saw his teammates yelling at him, go down for the touchback. He had no chance of that. He saw a lane to take it from one end zone to the other, and he did just that.
You know, and in that sense, he's no different than a kick returner bringing it out of the end zone. That's why some think DBs make the best return men. They just got that unique way of seeing the field. Whether it's on a kickoff or going 100+ for a pick 6. Wow.
And the kick is good, so they add 7 to their lead on the final play of our first half. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the third quarter. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Starting from the 5. Big lick from the coverage team there. That's going to stop the return before it can get to the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Jacobs gets it to start the drive. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good enough for a Tampa 1st down. May now from the gun. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 46. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. On the move, headed right. And the ground game works for the touchdown. The Buccaneers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. Drake made the touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith, right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist, and you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
That one right down the middle. And the Buccaneers pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Look at this, the wideout gets it to start this drive. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
It just feels like any time this guy touches the ball, it's a big play waiting to happen. He could be lined up wide or when they use him as a runner. If someone doesn't get a hand on him quick, he's gone.
Back to pass on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
By Quinnen Williams. A loss of 5 brings up 2nd and 15.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Chased out to his right. Down the run. Oh, shouldn't let that one go. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Buccaneers are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Well, Brock, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception right there.
We know that no lead in this league is safe ever, ever, ever. A one-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. They all seemingly come down to the final possession anyway. And with a whole half of football left, you just can't give away too many possessions like that.
Football on that 47-yard line, first down. From the gun, it's a give to Jacobs. We'll cobble together a yard there. Award that tackle to the effort of Leatu Latu. Manages just a yard on first down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
At the 46-yard line.
May. And they pick him off again. Has a hole left, room to run. And it's a pick 6 as he runs it in for the touchdown. That play, Brock, that play was beautiful. Not just making the interception, but then seeing the return slowly come together in front of him as he took it all the way to the house.
Yeah, I think even for us up here in the booth, it looked like a scene out of a movie, didn't it? Starts running it back, scans the field for a lane, then the blocks come just in the nick of time to wipe out the would-be tacklers, and he's got open space and nothing but the end zone in front of him.
That one splits the uprights. And the Saints make it a 24-point ball game. A quick chance at redemption after that pick 6 as it's sent away. Here comes Williams on the return. And he's walloped just as he gets across the 25. What a hit. He's down shy of the 30. The Saints calling for a timeout, their first. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Now May coming off that pick. He's on the move. This is reeled in by Wilson. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. First down throw for May. He finds Laporta. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They got 24 yards on the play. And that's good for a Buccaneer first down. To throw, here's May. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
To the air yet again, May. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Made a throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And this is down all the way to the 3. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Jacobs. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Again, it's Jacobs. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Jacobs on 3rd and goal. And he's not going to reach the end zone. They bring him down at the 1. Pickup of a couple, and after 3 straight stops, they're up against 4th and goal.
This front, well, they've done a good job bending and not breaking. 1st down, didn't score. 2nd down, didn't score. And now 3rd and goal, can't find the end zone either.
They'll run for it. Jacobs. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Buccaneers shrinking the lead some in the 3rd. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. So, Brock, they take a gamble, and it pays off with a big touchdown on 4th and goal.
And they do it on the ground as well, and that just speaks volumes. That's confidence that you can own this line of scrimmage, and your back will see a lane and will get the job done. That just infuses your team and your sidelines with so much confidence.
The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. The ball is out! And they dodge a turnover there on the return.
Awareness, awareness, awareness. So critical in so many phases of the game. And in this phase, in the special teams phase, it's not just hitting blocks and clearing the lane, but in this case, recognizing the fumble and, most importantly, keeping that possession.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Buys time, rolling right. Down the run, brought in, inside the 20. And he's all the way home. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. That one right down the middle. And the Saints making a 24-point ball game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. Big shot at the end of that return as he gets it just past the 20. They're out and set, 1st and 10. May looking to throw. And that's incomplete. Wanted to dial up the aggressiveness there like that, but couldn't connect. 2nd down. Back to the air. It's May. That's complete to Wilson. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
May on 1st and 10. Hits his running back. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
From the 37. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Here's May to the air. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. The Bucs have it to begin the 4th, and this game, whew, it has been a nightmare for them so far. First and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's May. Toward the sideline and cut by Wilson. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's May. He's got Harrison. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And that makes it 2nd and goal. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
Jacobs running behind center. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, once we saw them on a collision course with one another, we know how inertia works. The bigger man, he wins.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. May now from the gun. And they will score. It's a Tampa touchdown. The Buccaneers making the scoreboard look a touch better. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Patterson on for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Buccaneers pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. And look at this return. The Saints enjoying some good field position to start this drive off. 1st and 10 coming up. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. Escapes the pocket. He'll fire it deep back to... This is caught inside the 15. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints keep adding to that 4th quarter lead. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
You know, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. You got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up. You can find pay dirt.
On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. May now. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. All set up now for 1st and 10. Throwing is May. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talked about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are...
And he'll go down. The Saints make the play. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up. separated from the gun. Here's May. Flush down now to his left. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least moves them forward.
So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did.
Forced out to his right. A lot of players around this one, and it is intercepted. And the Buccaneers are going to return this up beyond the 20 before being tackled.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right? You've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. From the 27. He lets a heater go deep, middle of the field. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Just couldn't hang on through the contact. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Gronk, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to...
Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Saints take it away once again. The 5th time they've intercepted in this game. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys in bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. From the 42. Not enough on this throw. It hits the turf instead of his man.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. That's caught for the 1st. And he's going to be brought down at the 23-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs. They have themselves another 1st and 10. Looking for a throw here. On the move, headed right. Intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Jalen Petrie. And the Buccaneers get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience in the... that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Marvin Harrison Jr., the intended target. And it sets up 2nd down. Throwing from near his own goal line. That'll be complete to Jacobs. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. To the line we go. They're set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. So that brings us to the 2-minute warning in New Orleans. Buccaneers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Trying again, following the sack. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down. Made a throw it. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Desperation time here on 4th. Throw left side, complete. It's an 11-yard gain to back up the considerable gamble there on 4th down, and they move those chains.
Oh, so close to getting off the field. But the 4th down conversion keeps that defense out there. That was their shot to end this possession, sit on the bench to get their breath. Now they're going to have to buckle down and force another 4th down.
Completed over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. 2nd and 6 coming up here. To the air yet again, May. Finds him over the middle. Breaks free in the center of the field. That's a Tampa Bay touchdown. The Buccaneers putting up points in a game decided. Garrett Wilson with the touchdown. Patterson tacks on the extra point. And the Buccaneers pull a little closer. It's a 17-point game now. The Bucs get lined up, and they will kick this away. Looking up towards the dome. Can't bring it in clean. And normally that equals disaster, but it gets out of bounds and ends in a touchback.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline can be your best friend as a runner, because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it can go harmlessly out of bounds.
By a man, and now he's in the clear. And he flips the field for them before being taken down.
Didn't take a rocket scientist to know, Kate. They wanted to get the ball in this guy's hands any way they could, not just in the passing game, and he just showed you why. This defense not prepared for his impact on the ground.
This one's a little touch pass forward to his man coming across. Spins out of one stop, and they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Oh, look at this. He's setting up to throw. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. The Saints put up even more points in a win. That one splits the uprights. And the Saints make it a 24-point ball game. On is the Saints kickoff team to tee it up and send it away. Here comes Williams on the return. Oh, he eats a hit to bring an end to that return right near the 25.
At the long 25-yard line.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. To throw, here's May. Wilson's got it. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Buccaneers.
One play in, and already they're close to midfield. To the air on 1st down, May. Gets this one to Harrison. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a